Okay, very good morning. Today I'm going to discuss one of the most important chapter in chemistry, that is chemical reactions. So this chemical reaction chapter is a indispensable part of chemistry because without chemical reaction chemistry cannot take place. So therefore understanding the chemical reaction is our first very much priority. Therefore, I am going to discuss few outlines of this today's lecture. Like I'll discuss the definition of this chapter and reversibility of the reaction. That means I'll discuss what is meant by reversibility of a particular reaction and bond breaking and bond formation with an example. So let us go. What is meant by chemical reaction? A simple definition, that is a chemical reactions means chemical reactions are the chemical changes which lead to the formation of new substances with different properties. So now you can see what is meant by chemical reactions. A simple change, you can see chemical reactions are the chemical changes. These chemical reactions undergo chemical changes. After these chemical changes which led to the formation of a new substance. These chemical changes, once the chemical change occur, a new substance will form, that is with different properties. So what do I mean by, or what do we mean by different properties? So this different in properties can be both, like it can be chemical properties or physical properties. Okay, so I spoke about physical properties and chemical properties. We'll discuss as we proceed in the class what is chemical properties and physical properties. So for time being, we can understand again another, that is chemical changes are permanent changes. So one thing, this chemistry, when it changes in chemical reactions, most of the changes are permanent changes. That is why chemical changes are permanent changes. So what is meant by permanent changes? So this permanent change means reactions are irreversible. So this permanent change means reactions are irreversible. So what is meant by irreversible? I'll speak to you now. So let us consider a reaction, that is the reactant changing into product P. Okay, so when this reaction changes into product P, it has some properties. So upon this conversion into product, this reactant properties will be different from the properties of the product. So again, once we want to come back from product to reactant, this initial properties which it holds with A won't be the final properties of the reactant. Therefore, because of this change in properties, these reactions are regarded as irreversible in nature. Okay. So now during the chemical change, like from reactant A to product, the reaction undergo rearrangements of atoms. So what is meant by rearrangement of atom? Rearrangement of atoms simply means two terms, that is bond breaking and bond formation. Okay, so you can see here what is meant by bond breaking and bond formation. Suppose this is the reactant. This reactant will undergo bond breaking. After that product, then bond formation will happen in the product in a different way. Therefore we have change in physical as well as chemical properties in the product. So I'll take an example. For example, you can see when this methane CH4 plus oxygen, 2 moles of oxygen changes to carbon dioxide CO2 plus 2 molecule of water. So when this reaction takes place, so this is called methane, this is called dioxygen, this is called carbon dioxide, and this is called water. So when this reaction takes place, you can see there are 4 bonds with the carbon, but although it has 4 bonds, but the substituents are different, so it has got oxygen, and here this dimolecules of oxygen change into 2 moles of water. That means what? You can simply say that bond breaking, and in other terms you can say that bond formation. So this is the overall structure of a chemical reaction that I explained, its basic definition, reversibility, bond breaking and bond formation with an example. So I gave the outlines of what is meant by chemical reactions. So this is the lecture, and we'll go further studying this chemical reaction chapter in a better way, and we'll try to understand in a better way. So thank you.